Hey, what up YouTube? This is Mr. Nor 14 and today I'm doing a review on the InkBird BBQ Go 6 Probe Wireless Bluetooth Smart Thermometer. Now basically why I'm calling it a smart thermometer is because it comes with an app. Okay? And we all know that when you add an app to a device, it just gives it many more features. Okay? So as you can see, I got my smoker. I got the InkBird BBQ Go hooked up to it. Like I said, it comes with 6 probes. I only got 3 hooked up. I got a piece of chicken in there. I got it cut in half. I got probe 1 cooking keeping the temperature of one half. I got probe 2 keeping the temperature of the other half, and probe 3 I actually have it monitoring my smoker's temperature. So basically I want to cook chicken in this smoker at 250 degrees. Okay, I want to make sure that it's either plus or minus that 250, and this is what this app and this device is letting me do. Okay, so right now you see it's at 234, so it's allowing me to monitor that temperature. This app is probably the best thing about this device, okay, because like I said, it adds so many features. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into a little detail about the app and how it works and how it makes this thermometer so great. So I hope you enjoy. Stay tuned. Peace.
Hey YouTube, what's up? This is Mr. North 14, and basically I showed you the InkBird thermometer. It's a smart thermometer. It's wireless. It's basically one of those high-tech thermometers that you can use with an app. Now I told you I would show you how to install the app. So basically it's very simple. If you have a smartphone, which I have here, as you can see, you see where it says barcode scanner? You just go to the barcode scanner, you go to the booklet, and you scan the barcode. Okay? This is just nonsense right here, so you can X out of here. And then you see the little link here that says hwinkbird.com. You hit that right there. It's going to say, do you have an iPhone or do you have a Google phone? So it's going to say which store you want to download the app. I have a Google Android app, so it's going to come right here like this, and then I'm going to install the app. It's very simple. You don't got to register for anything. You basically just install the app. Okay? Now we're going to open that app up, and the app is called the BBQ Go app. Okay? Like I said, it's very simple to use, and it has so many features, people, so many features. So as you can see, it has the home button here, and we're going to go right into this. If you hit the menu button here, okay, basically what you're getting on this page is just where you can set settings and things like that for the thermometer. For instance, if you hit thermometer, you can say if you want to do Fahrenheit or Celsius. If you want to get notifications from the phone if things are wrong, you can set the intervals where you're going to get the alarms or notifications, 10 minutes, every 5 minutes. And then you can go in there and adjust what the ringtone is going to be, or if it vibrates, or if you get a ringtone. So basically, this is pretty much the settings for the app when you push the menu button, okay, up here at the top. Push that. Like I said, now, triggered alarms. Let's say this device does go off. You can go into this menu part, go to trigger alarms, and it'll tell you why that alarm was triggered and what was wrong. So let's say that for some apparent reason the battery dies, okay, and on your thermometer. Well, it's going to send you an alert, and it's going to say, hey, this alert went off at this time, and the reason why is because you no longer have a connection, a Bluetooth connection to your thermometer. Okay, and then you can change the language. Right now I got it set on auto. It knows I'm in America, so it's going to put English. Then it's going to tell you which version that this app is on, which software version. It's 1.7.1. And the thing about this that's so great is because they can update this app or the thermometer to do more than it does now. So they could basically come up with an update that makes it pretty much do anything, but this that just means is that your thermometer, because it's a smart thermometer, it's always going to be up to date. It can change and do new things at any time. Now, they also have this feedback here. So let's say if something happens, or you have an issue, you got a problem, or you just want to give them advice and say, hey, here's something that can make your device even smarter. Okay? They'll be more than happy to take your advice, and if your idea is good. Now, as you can see here, I got the app, and it's not connected. So I just wanted to come in here and show you how to use the app. As you can see, it's called the IBBQ 6X. That means it has six probes, okay, that you can use and cook all at the same time. So as you can see, I'm just rolling it up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 probes can go into here. So let's talk about the app itself and what exactly it can do. So you see here, it says number 1 here on the left side. If you push that, you go into the app. Okay, and for instance, it has probe color indicator. Now, what the probe color indicator is let's say you're cooking chicken, or you're cooking beef, okay, or you're cooking a vegetable, which is green. You can change the color of the probe so that you can know what type of food you're cooking. Okay, so like you go in here and you say, okay, I'm cooking beef, so you know that beef is red. So you just hit the red, you hit OK, and if you go back out here to the main app, you'll see that the one now is red. Okay, so now you know that with this probe you're cooking meat. So if you got you got meat, chicken, and vegetables in there, you know that probe 1 is your beef. Okay, so then if you tap the 1 again, like I said, it also has timer. So let's say you wanted to go in and you want to use the timer for this. You cooking, let's say, some pork loin. You know it's going to take about 2 hours. So you just set this for 2 hours and you can cook that way. Or let's say you're cooking a hamburger and you cook that hamburger and you say, okay, I want to flip that hamburger in 6 minutes. Say I'm going to cook the hamburger for about 12 minutes total. I want to flip it at 6 minutes. What you can do is set this for 6 minutes and then leave a note down here to say flip burger in 6 minutes. So not only will, when that alarm goes off, it's going to tell you why that alarm went off. So that's just another added feature for it being a smart thermometer that you couldn't do with a regular thermometer. So let's look at here, desired temperature. So you got that on there, and as you can see, it gives you all this desired meat. Like for instance, you got beef, veal, lamb, pork, chicken, turkey, fish, hamburger. And not only that, when you do deal with beef or veal or lamb, you get another added bonus. As you can see, you can have it done rare, you can have it done medium rare, medium, well, and well done. And each time you change it, it's going to give you a different temperature. Like you see for rare, it's 120. Well, let's say if I wanted it medium, it's going to say now 140. So it's automatically going to let you know your done temperature. You know, when that probe says that meat is 140 degrees, then you know it's good. It's how that person wanted that piece of steak cooked. So then all you do is say, okay, I got my beef, I want it medium. You go down to the bottom and hit set preset. Okay, so now it's going to set it. You hit it back like that. Now, if you go back to the main screen, probe 1 is set up for beef. You want that steak medium. Medium is 140. That's when it's done. That's when that probe is going to go off and send you a notification and say, hey, that meat is done. Okay, you can go in here, trigger alarm, say, why is that alarm going off? It's going to tell you because probe 1 meat is done to medium at 140 degrees. Okay, so check this out. So now you got that set up. You got another probe. So let's say we got chicken. Okay, for this one, you just hit the 2. You got the probe indicator. Okay, we know chicken is usually yellow. You hit OK there. You can either do it by time or you can do it by desired temperature. You can go here to chicken, highlight it, and it tells you chicken is done at 165. You can say that's perfect. You can set it. Go back to the main screen. You got one set at beef, one probe set at chicken, and you still have 4 other probes left. So let's say we just got some pork loin or something in there, some pork in there, and you know pork is usually done about 145. Okay, but let's say you get in there, you know, okay, you want to pick a color for your pork. Okay, so you're going to say, hey, let's pick orange for the pork. There, voila, you got that down. You're not going to use a time, you're going to use a temperature again. You see pork is on there. It's 145 degrees, but you say, you know what? I want it done at 150 degrees. Well, this is where this is really nice, because not only do you have these preset temperatures, but you can also hit the plus sign here. And once you hit that plus sign, it says, hey, you can add a meat in there. Now you can do it one or two ways, but let's just say we want to do it first by max temperature. So we go in here, max temperature. It says, what's the name of what you're cooking? So you put in pork loin right there, and then you put in your temperature that you want that pork done. You want it done at 150. So you want it 5 over the time temperature that it normally is done, like at 145, but you got a bigger piece, and so you want it to cook a little bit longer. So then you hit done. You hit the check mark on the top right. Voila, you scroll down to the bottom. You have just added a meat in there. You hit set preset. You go back to the main screen. Now you got beef for 1, you got chicken for 2, and 3, you have something that you created yourself. Okay, so you're kicking a pork. It's bigger than the pork you normally have, so instead of 145, you want it to go to 150. Okay, we still have a probe left. Now let's say we're using the smoker. Okay, we're using the smoker. Okay, and so we want to know if the smoker is keeping the proper temperature. Okay, so let's say in the smoker we cooking pork shoulder. Okay, but we want the pork shoulder to cook low and slow, so we want it to cook about 225. Okay, so you basically, what you do with this probe is that you take the probe and you sit it inside. You don't put it in any meat, you just sit it inside your smoker so that it can check the temperature of your smoker and make sure that it's keeping that 225 degree temp. So this is what you would do with that. So you would hit number 4. You would say, what color I want that? So we can say, yeah, we're going to keep that at blue, because this is just going to be monitoring the temperature of our smoker. So we're going to hit OK. We are not worrying about a time or anything, but we are worried about a desired temperature. Okay, so we want to scroll up and we want to hit the plus sign here. Okay, but instead of hitting max range, we want to hit range temperature. Okay, we want to put here, we want to put temp smoker. So that's the temp of our smoker. Okay, now the highest temp we want it to get, okay, usually if you have a smoker or any type of pellet grill or something like that, it's usually what you want is it not to fluctuate no more than plus or minus 5 of the temperature that you have. So let's say the highest temperature, you say you want it at 225. So you don't want your smoker to go behind 230, the highest temperature, and the lowest temperature is 220. Okay? So you don't want it to go, if it goes any higher than 230 or any lower than 220, then you want it to set off an alarm and tell you and say, hey, something's going on. The smoker is not keeping that 225 temperature. It's fluctuating over your plus 5, negative 5. So then that makes this even nice. So let's say we set the preset, we're good to go. We're going to go back to the smoker. We're going to go back to our thermometer here. We got one set up with the beef. 2 set up with the chicken, 3 with a pre-programmed thing that we set up and the temperature we set up, okay? Not one that was already into it, the one that we created. And then we set up the temperature of the smoker. So we wanted to monitor the temperature of the smoker, and we said we wanted to go no higher than 230 and no lower than 220. We cooking a pork shoulder, and we want that pork shoulder to cook low and slow at about 225 degrees. So it's going to tell us if our smoker goes anywhere beyond that 230 or 220. Okay, now this is another thing that's good about this, is that it has a graph. If you see at the top right, it's a little arrow pointing up. And it's going to tell you, so we're going to go to 4. It's going to tell us, and it's going to give us a graph of how our smoker fluctuated, plus or minus 5 from that 225. And if our smoker stayed between there, then we know we got a good quality smoker that maintains its temperature and cooks your food at the proper temperature. But you know, you wouldn't know that with just a regular thermometer. You couldn't get all this information that you're getting from this smart thermometer. Now, I have to really give it to InkBird. I mean, I'm still not even going into half the things that this thermometer can do. You know, it tells you if the batteries are dead and it's no longer getting a Bluetooth signal. It'll let you know if you beyond 150 feet for that Bluetooth to work. I mean, it's sending you alerts. It's letting you know what's going on. It can even tell you when to flip your meat, or it can tell you when to check your meat, and you can leave a note to yourself with the app to tell you to, hey, do this specific thing. Okay, the last thing I want to show you, and like I said, it's so much more this thing can do. Let's go to Probe 5. Okay, and let's just automatically just go down to desired temperature. As you can see here, you see it says barbecue smoke, hot smoke, cold smoke. Basically, if you're using a smoker and you have a piece of meat or something that's in a smoker and you say you want to cold smoke it, basically what you're saying is that you want to add smoke flavor to it. So you don't want your temperature to go higher than 68, lower than 68, higher than 86. So if you're cold smoking something, that would be like some cheese. Okay, you just want to put that smoke flavor on something. You don't want to cook it or anything. You just want to put that smoke flavor on it. So you can put some cheese in. It even has a setting to cold smoke a piece of cheese. It even has a setting for a hot smoke. So you don't want it to go below 126, above 176 degrees Fahrenheit. So what is a hot smoke? Basically, a hot smoke is, one, you're putting that smoke flavor on the food, and at the same time you're cooking it. So that's what a hot smoke is. Not only are you putting that smoke flavor into something, but you're also cooking it. And then they have a temperature called the barbecue, the BBQ smoke. And that's when you're actually cooking something. Not only are you flavoring it with the taste of the wood, you're cooking it, and you're also turning those fats on top of that meat into liquid. And it's, you know, making your meat even more moist and delicious. Okay, it even has a setting for that to deal with a smoker. And that's what I like about that, because I love smoking my food. And just to see that I have a thermometer that not only does fish, turkey, chicken, pork, lamb, veal, beef, and does it rare, medium rare, well done, it also takes into account of a person who has a smoker and wants to do a cold smoke, a hot smoke, or just want to do a barbecue smoke. So like I said, this app is amazing. It just adds so much to this thermometer. And I just recently did a review on another thermometer, and I have to say that this is hands down the best thermometer I have ever used, just for the smart features. Okay, this is the InkBird IBT6X BBQ thermometer. Okay, it is Bluetooth, it's wireless, you can use it for up to 150 feet. It has alarms to tell you when it loses a signal or if something is wrong with it. It has alarms to let you know when your food is done. It also has alarms to let you know when your food is halfway done and you need to flip it, like if you were cooking a burger. I mean, this is so much is in this app that is just amazing, that makes cooking fun. Not only fun, but informative. And like I said, it even has a graph. So if you're cooking that meat, it's going to give you a little graph to show you how long it took your meat to reach that temperature. And you're just going to get so much information from this app, and it's going to give you the ability to make some great tasting food. Okay, so this part, I might do another part where I'm actually going to test out the features of the thermometer, actually put it in some meat, see how far can I get 150 meters from it. Do I have any technical issues with the thermometer or anything like that? But I just wanted to explain the app. I wanted to unbox it first and show you it. Then I wanted to go in and show you how to download the app and how to use the app and some of the features of the app. And the last part, like I said, I'm going to do is basically just put it to work. Seeing if I'm going to have any issues with this. Okay? So I'll be back with the third part of this. I hope you enjoy learning about just how to use the app. This is Mr. Noor, and I'm out for now. And like I said, I'll be back with more. Peace out.